I found myself looking at this list and saying, 51 too old. You know, I like the 45-year-old, whoever that is, which is me doing exactly what I guess it shows that this process is going off the rails, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's so interesting because there are good candidates like Merrick Garland, the chief judge of the DC Circuit Court of Appeals, who is simply, I think, disqualified because he's 63. And that's just an incredible notion that we need somebody who's sort of like basically in kindergarten would be optimal if they were in kindergarten and really smart so that
Right,
we
right.
keep them on the court forever. But again, I think it really shows the gamesmanship that goes into this. If you imagine, I mean, think back to the kinds of people who have been not just on the Supreme Court, but transformational justices on the Supreme Court. You know, Hugo Black, Robert Jackson, Earl Warren, Louis Brandeis. These are not people who are confirmable today. None of them. None of them are confirmable. And I think, and John Roberts has been at pains to say neither Scalia nor Ruth Bader Ginsburg could be confirmed in this climate. And so I think as a result, you get a couple of things. One is you get people who are very, very young, and at the same time, they have these extraordinary credentials. They all go to Ivy League schools, they all clerk on the Supreme Court. It's kind of like they're hydroponically raised underground to become the
Yeah.
ideal. But I think that you really do not get the kind of plethora of life experience, of crazy written
Right.
opinions, of stupid speeches, reckless action that in some ways is really, really important in a court.
Right, and it gets to the full dimensionality of a human being and their experience and how they bring it to their jurisprudence.